Have you ever felt like something was calling you, a pull you can't explain? Like the universe is leaving you breadcrumbs you're meant to follow? What if I told you none of this is random? That very moment right here, right now, is Dharma Cosmos whispering your name. And what if this is your one shot to listen before the message fades away? Stay with me, because this message has been waiting lifetimes to reach you. Hey Virgo, I wasn't even going to record today. Honestly, I was done, but something pulled me back. I felt it deep in my bones. Someone needs this, right now. And maybe that someone is you. If you're here, it's no accident. Maybe you've been feeling lost. Maybe a door slammed shut. Maybe you're wondering, why didn't it work out? What did I do wrong in this video? I'm sharing 3 sacred messages from Dharma Cosmos, 3 signs confirming you're guided, and a powerful ritual to release what's holding you back. Take a deep breath. Stick with me. Every word here, it's for you. You're standing at an unexpected ending. A door closed and you didn't see it coming. You gave it everything. Your time, your heart, and yet it fell apart. Now you're left asking, why me? Why now? What did I miss? But listen, that ending, it wasn't punishment. It was protection. Dharma Cosmos doesn't close doors to hurt you. It closes them to redirect you. The problem isn't failure. The real challenge is, how will you rise from here? Stay. Because what's ahead is greater than what you lost. You know, sometimes endings feel like the hardest thing in the world. But Dharma Cosmos wants you to know something today. The ending you're facing wasn't random. It was necessary. It wasn't meant to break you. It was meant to free you. I want you to imagine standing at a door. You've been knocking on it, waiting, praying it would open. But what if that door is locked because what's behind it isn't for you? Dharma Cosmos closed it for a reason. Maybe that rejection wasn't rejection. Maybe it was redirection. There's another message Dharma Cosmos wants you to hear. It's this: nothing outside of you will ever complete you. I know that's a tough one. We've been taught to chase things outside relationships. Promotions, applause, validation. We think, if I just get that one thing, then I'll be happy. But Dharma Cosmos says, what you're searching for out there, it's already inside you. It's in the quiet moments, the deep breaths, the stillness when you're not performing for anyone. That's where your worth lives. And finally, Dharma Cosmos is telling you you are stepping into your highest path. Even if it feels messy, even if you can't see the road yet, you're walking it right now. You're aligning, even when it feels like nothing's moving. That's the thing about alignment. It often happens in the unseen. Imagine roots growing under the soil. You don't see them, but they're anchoring you, preparing you to bloom. Maybe right now, you're in that rooting season, and that's okay. Have you seen a seagull lately? A white bird with dark tips on its wings? That's no coincidence. It's a confirmation. It's Dharma Cosmos giving you a little wink, a nod saying, yes, you're on the right path. Even when it feels uncertain, I want you to write these 3 messages down. Put them where you can see them. On your bathroom mirror, your fridge, your desk. Every morning, read them out loud. Let the words sink in. Speak them until they're not just words, they're beliefs. Until they're not just affirmations, they're truths living inside you. And here's the thing, you're not behind. You're not too late. You haven't missed your chance. Dharma Cosmos is weaving something beautiful for you, even in the waiting, even in the unknown. So breathe, trust, keep walking. You're exactly where you're meant to be. I remember when I first heard this message. It felt impossible to believe. How could losing something I loved be a gift? But over time, I saw it. That closed door pushed me to places I never would have chosen on my own. And in those places, I found parts of me I didn't know were missing. Maybe that's happening for you too. Maybe what feels like loss is really the clearing, the space being made for something deeper, truer, richer than you've imagined. You might be thinking, how do I know if I'm really aligned? How do I trust that Dharma Cosmos has my back? The answer isn't always clear in the moment. Sometimes alignment feels like loneliness. Sometimes it looks like everything falling apart before it falls together. But here's what I've learned: when doors close, when paths reroute, it's not rejection, it's redirection. That's Dharma Cosmos removing what isn't for you, making room for what is. Let me tell you a little story. A friend of mine spent years chasing a dream job. Interviews, applications, endless effort. Every time she got close, it slipped away. She felt devastated. But guess what? That no led her to start her own business. And that business, it lit her up in ways that job never could. That's what alignment looks like. It doesn't always feel good at first, but over time, you see the pattern. You see the grace in the detour. And maybe you're in your own detour right now. Maybe you're in that space where nothing makes sense. If so, I want you to hold on to these 3 messages from Dharma Cosmos. Write them, speak them, carry them like a compass. Because they're not just words. They're a roadmap home to yourself. Let's talk about the 3 tarot cards that showed up for you today. First, we've got the 2 of Cups. This card is all about connection, alignment, partnership. But it's not just romantic love. It's deeper than that. It's about being seen, truly seen, by someone or something that reflects who you are becoming. Maybe it's a new friendship that feels like home. Maybe it's a mentor who crosses your path at just the right moment. Or maybe it's a reconnection with a part of yourself you thought you lost. The next card is the Chariot. Oh man, this one's powerful. The Chariot shows up when momentum is building, when you're being pulled forward, whether you feel ready or not. It's that energy of movement, progress, forward motion. Even if it feels slow, even if you're doubting every step, you're still moving. Dharma Cosmos is saying, trust the pull, trust the direction. Even if the map isn't clear, think of it like driving through fog. You can't see the whole road, but you can see enough to keep going. And finally, we've got the 5 of Wands. Now, I won't lie, this card can be a little tough. It speaks to conflict, competition, tension. Maybe you're dealing with people around you who don't understand your journey. Maybe they're questioning your choices, doubting your path, or projecting their fears onto you. It's noisy. It's messy. But here's the thing Dharma Cosmos says. Don't let their noise drown out your inner voice. You're not here to fight battles that aren't yours. You're not here to convince enough. You know what's wild? Sometimes the chaos isn't even external. Sometimes it's the fight inside you. The part of you that wants to stay safe versus the part that's ready to leap. The part that wants certainty versus the part that craves growth. That internal tug of war, that's the 5 of Wands too. And it's okay. It's all part of the process. Have you been noticing symbols? Maybe you've been seeing fast cars, flashing lights, hearing sirens. Those aren't coincidences. That's Dharma Cosmos sending you signs, reminding you you're in motion. You're on the move, even if it feels like you're standing still. I once had a season where every time I turned on the TV, there was a race car scene. I didn't get it at first, but later, I realized it was a message, a reminder that things were speeding up, even if my day-to-day felt slow. These 3 cards together, they're telling a story of alignment, momentum, and challenge. They're showing you the map, but also the terrain. The path ahead is filled with both beauty and bumps, but every twist, Every turn, it's leading you somewhere meaningful, somewhere that's yours alone. I want you to think about where these cards are showing up in your life. Where are you being invited into deeper connection? Where are you being nudged forward? Where are you being called to hold your ground, despite the noise? Take a journal, write it down, reflect on it. These cards aren't random. They're mirrors, showing you pieces of your journey that are unfolding right now. Print out images of these cards. Tape them somewhere you'll see them daily. Let them be reminders. Every time you look at them, whisper to yourself, I'm guided, I'm aligned, I'm protected, and believe it. Let those words become your truth. Let me share a quick story. A friend pulled the Chariot card at a time when she felt stuck in her job. She didn't believe she was moving forward, but within weeks, unexpected opportunities came. A colleague recommended her for a project. A recruiter reached out with an offer. Little by little, things started shifting. That's the energy of the Chariot. It doesn't always show up loud and clear. Sometimes, it's subtle, but it's moving you forward, even when you don't realize it. And with the Five of Wands, remember, not every conflict needs your participation. Sometimes, walking away is the stronger choice. Sometimes, silence is your loudest answer. You get to choose which battles deserve your energy. You get to choose what voices you let into your space. Protect your peace. Guard your focus. Your journey is sacred, and maybe you've been feeling pulled in two directions lately. That's normal too. Growth rarely feels comfortable. The road to alignment often brings up resistance. I want you to hear this. You're allowed to outgrow places, people, and patterns that once felt safe. The Chariot and the Five of Wands together are telling you it's okay to leave old versions of you behind. It's okay to want more. It's okay to want peace over approval. Trust where Dharma Cosmos is leading you. Let's talk about the Groundhog spirit and why it's showing up for you right now. When this symbol appears, it's not random. It's a message, a nudge from Dharma Cosmos saying it's time to let go. Think about the groundhog. Every year, it comes out of its burrow, checks the weather, and if it sees its shadow, it heads right back in. That's not fear. That's instinct. That's knowing when it's time to retreat, rest, and wait for better conditions in your life. Maybe you've been holding on to something that feels familiar but no longer serves you. A relationship that's run its course. A job that drains you. A dream that once fit but now feels too small. Dharma Cosmos is inviting you to take a step back and ask yourself, what am I clinging to out of habit, not love? Sometimes we hold on because we're afraid of the unknown. But here's the thing, the unknown isn't the enemy. It's the doorway to the new. I remember a time when I kept trying to make a situation work. I fought for it. I poured my energy into it. But no matter what I did, it didn't move forward. And deep down, I knew it was time to let go. But I resisted. Letting go felt like failure. It felt like giving up. But once I finally released it, space opened up. New opportunities, new connections, new joy. That's what the groundhog spirit is whispering to you, let go, so you can grow. Have you been seeing the number 31 lately? Or maybe you've noticed actual groundhogs popping up in random places? These aren't coincidences. They're confirmations. Dharma Cosmos is sending you signs, saying, it's safe to release. It's safe to trust the cycle. Every ending creates space for a beginning. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting. It doesn't mean erasing the good memories. It means honoring what was, blessing it, and releasing it back to the universe. Like writing a letter to an old chapter of your life, saying thank you, and then gently closing the book. you can carry the lessons without carrying the weight. If you're ready, I invite you to do a small ritual. Write down everything you're ready to release. The habits, the fears, the old identities that no longer fit. Read it aloud. Feel the emotions. Then safely burn the paper, or tear it up and bury it in the earth. As you do, say a simple affirmation: I release this. I make room for what's meant for me. Letting go is a practice. You might have to do it more than once. That's okay. Every time you choose release over resistance, you're strengthening your trust in Dharma cosmos. You're saying yes to alignment. You're saying yes to healing. You're saying yes to the next version of you waiting to emerge. And remember, the groundhog doesn't stay underground forever. It comes back out when the time is right. So will you. Rest, release, and trust that when it's time to step forward again, you'll know. You might be thinking, how do I even begin to let go? It starts small. Maybe it's cleaning out a drawer. Maybe it's saying no to something you used to always say yes to. Maybe it's giving yourself permission to feel the grief of what's ending. All of that counts. Every small step is a powerful signal to the universe that you're ready to clear space. I once had a friend who did a letting go ritual by planting seeds in her backyard. Every seed she planted, she whispered the name of something she was ready. Let's talk about angel number 222 and why it's been showing up for you. Maybe you've been seeing it on clocks, receipts, license plates, or random places you weren't even looking for it. Every time you catch it, it feels like a little wink from the universe. Right, that's because it is. Dharma cosmos uses numbers as signs, as confirmations, and 222 is one of the most powerful ones. When 222 appears, it's reminding you that you're in alignment, even if you don't feel like it. It's saying, hey, keep going. You're on the right track. Even if everything looks messy on the outside, under the surface, things are lining up in ways you can't yet see. It's a message of balance, trust, and patience. I remember a time when I kept seeing 222 everywhere. I was questioning everything: my job, my path, my relationships. It felt like I was walking in circles. But every time I looked at the clock, there it was 2:22. Every time I checked a receipt, $2.22. It was like Dharma cosmos wouldn't let me forget that I was exactly where I needed to be, even if my mind didn't believe it yet. 222 invites you to trust the process. Trust the timing. Trust that what's meant for you won't miss you. Maybe you're waiting on a breakthrough, a sign, a next step. 222 says, stop worrying. Keep nurturing what you're building. The seeds you've planted are growing, even if you can't see the sprouts yet. It's also a number of partnerships and connection. Maybe you're being aligned with new people, new opportunities, new collaborations that will support your journey. Or maybe it's about reconnecting with yourself, coming back into balance with who you truly are. Every time you see 222, let it be a moment to pause and breathe. Let it be a reminder that you're not alone. The Dharma cosmos is walking with you. It's a quiet assurance that the dots are connecting, even if the picture isn't clear yet. If you've been seeing 222 lately, write it down. Keep a little journal of when and where it shows up. Notice what you were thinking about when you saw it. Sometimes, the message is hidden in the context, and over time, you'll start to see patterns. You'll start to trust those patterns. That's how guidance works. It builds trust in small, subtle ways. Print out the number. Put it on your mirror, your desk, your car dashboard. Every time you see it, whisper to yourself, I'm exactly where I need to be. And believe it. Let that belief settle into your bones. Let it quiet the doubts. Let it remind you that alignment isn't about perfection. It's about staying open, staying soft, staying steady on the path. So next time 222 shows up, smile back, say thank you, and keep going. Let's talk about the power of a letting go ritual. I know, it might sound simple, but trust me, there's something really profound about taking a moment to release what no longer serves you. Sometimes we carry so much without even realizing it. Old stories, heavy expectations, guilt, shame, and over time, those weights start to shape how we walk, how we see ourselves, how we show up in the world. This ritual isn't about fixing everything overnight. It's about honoring the process. It's about giving yourself permission to lay down what's been too heavy to hold. Here's how you can do it. First, grab a piece of paper, sit somewhere quiet, and just start writing. Write down everything you're ready to let go of. Maybe it's a heartbreak. Maybe it's resentment. Maybe it's the feeling that you're not enough. Let it all spill out onto the page. Don't censor it. Don't judge it. Just let it flow. When you're done, take a deep breath. Read it out loud if you feel comfortable. Let the words leave your mouth, as if you're speaking them into the universe. And then, safely burn the paper, or tear it into small pieces and bury them in the earth, or release them into a body of water. Whatever feels right to you. The act of physically letting go helps signal to your mind and heart that it's okay to move forward. I remember the first time I did this. I had been holding on to so much anger, so much regret. Writing it all down felt like unloading a backpack I didn't even realize I'd been carrying. And when I burned that paper, watching the smoke rise, I felt this strange mix of sadness and relief, like I was finally making space for something new to enter. This ritual isn't about forgetting or pretending things didn't happen. It's about creating room for healing, about telling yourself, I don't have to carry this anymore. Every time you release, you're making space for peace, for clarity, for joy. And here's the thing, letting go isn't always a one-time event. Sometimes we have to do it over and over, layer by layer. That's okay. Every time you choose release, you're choosing trust. Trust in Dharma cosmos. Trust in your own strength. Trust in the path unfolding ahead of you. You might want to make this ritual a regular practice. Maybe every new moon, every season change, every birthday. Use it as a way to check in with yourself, to clear out the old and welcome the new, to remind yourself that you're allowed to evolve, to shift, to grow. If you do this ritual, I'd love for you to share in the comments what you're letting go of. You never know, your story might inspire someone else who's holding on too tight. We're all walking each other home in different ways. And sometimes, letting go is the bravest, most loving thing we can do for ourselves. So take that step. Light the match. Rip the paper. Watch it disappear. And as you do, whisper these words, I release this. I am free. I am open to what's next. And let that freedom guide you forward. You might wonder why a simple act like this holds so much power. It's because our minds and bodies respond to symbolic action. We're giving form to the invisible. We're turning emotions into something we can see, touch, release. That physical act creates a memory, a marker in time that says, from this moment on, I'm moving forward. I've watched friends do this ritual and come away lighter, clearer, more confident, and I've seen how returning to it, again and again, builds resilience, trust, and a deeper connection with Dharma cosmos. Here's the truth, and I want you to really let this sink in. You are the only one who can walk this path. No one else can carry what you're meant to carry. No one else can live your story the way you're meant to live it. That's not pressure, it's power. Dharma Cosmos didn't choose anyone else for your mission. It chose you. Every closed door you faced, every setback, every disappointment, they've been shaping you. They've been preparing you. I know it might not feel like it in the moment. I know it might feel unfair, exhausting, lonely. But looking back, you'll see how every single piece fits together. Nothing's been wasted. Nothing's random. Think of a mosaic. Up close, it looks like a mess of broken tiles. But step back, and a picture appears. That's your life. Every crack, every fracture, every hard moment, it's all part of the design. And you're still in the making. You're still becoming. There's a fire inside you that refuses to go out, even when the world feels heavy, even when your strength feels small, even when no one's clapping, no one's watching, no one's validating your effort. That fire is still burning, and that's how you know you're meant to keep going. I've seen so many people give up right before the breakthrough, right before the shift, right before the door opened. Don't let that be you. Hold on. Stay the course. Trust that the seeds you've planted are working underground, even if you can't see them yet. You're a trailblazer. You're paving roads where none existed before. And yeah, it's hard. It's lonely sometimes. But it's also sacred. You're not just walking for yourself. You're walking for those who will come after you. You're leaving footprints for others to follow. Let me tell you something else. You're stronger than you think. I know because you've made it this far. And every step forward proves that you're already victorious, even if the battle isn't over yet. So, today, I want you to lift your head a little higher. I want you to straighten your back. I want you to take one more step. Because this moment, this is your rising. This is your comeback. This is the chapter where you find out just how powerful you really are. And maybe right now you're tired. Maybe right now you're wondering if it's even worth it. But listen, if you weren't meant to finish this, Dharma Cosmos wouldn't have brought you this far. There's a reason you woke up today. There's a reason your heart keeps beating. That reason is bigger than you know. Bigger than what you can see right now. So trust it. Even if it's just a whisper. Even if it's just enough strength for one more step. That's all it takes. You didn't stumble onto this message by accident. The fact that you're still here, still listening, still showing up, that matters. It says something powerful about you. It tells me that deep down, even if it's just a flicker, you're holding on to hope. And hope is enough. Hope is what carries us through the in-between spaces, the waiting seasons, the quiet stretches where nothing seems to be moving. I want you to know that everything you've walked through has brought you here for a reason. Every challenge, every closed door, every moment you thought you couldn't keep going, it's all been shaping you. And today, you're stronger because of it. You're wiser because of it. You're more prepared than you've ever been, even if you don't feel like it. Dharma Cosmos hasn't forgotten you. You haven't been overlooked or left behind. The timing of your life is unfolding exactly as it needs to. I know it's hard to trust that sometimes. I know it's tempting to compare your path to someone else's, to wonder why it hasn't happened for you yet. But the truth is, what's meant for you will always find its way to you. No delay, no detour, no obstacle can stop it. So right now, take a deep breath. Let it all settle. Let yourself feel proud of how far you've come. Even if the finish line isn't in sight yet, you're closer than you were yesterday. And that's something worth celebrating. You are enough. Just as you are. You are worthy, even in the waiting. And you are deeply, unshakably loved. Never forget that. And maybe you don't hear that enough. Maybe you've gone a long time feeling unseen, unheard, unnoticed. But today, I see you. I honor your journey. I honor the quiet strength it takes to keep showing up when no one claps, when no one watches, when no one says thank you. That strength is real. That strength is rare. And it's yours. If this message spoke to you today, I want to invite you to take one small step forward. Hit that like button. It's such a simple action, but it lets me know this resonated with you. And if you're willing, drop a comment below. Tell me what you're letting go of. Tell me what you're calling in. Your words might be exactly what someone else needs to read today. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing to this channel. Every week, I share messages like this, words to remind you that you're not alone, that you're guided, that there's purpose in every step you take. I want this space to feel like a safe corner of the internet, a place where we can breathe, reflect, and remember what really matters. Maybe you know someone who's going through a hard time right now, someone standing at their own crossroads, wondering if they're strong enough to keep going. Share this video with them. You never know how far a simple share can ripple. You might be the reason someone holds on a little longer, believes a little deeper, or takes that next brave step. And here's something extra every time you see 222 this week. Take it as a nudge to come back here. Reread the messages. Rewatch the video if you need to. Let these words soak in until they become part of you. I also pinned a comment at the top. Feel free to jump in and add your signs, your synchronicities, your little confirmations from Dharma Cosmos. I love reading them. I love seeing how the universe speaks differently to each of us. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your time, your presence, your open heart. I don't take that lightly. May you leave this space feeling a little lighter, a little braver, a little more connected to the magic that's already inside you. And before you go, take a moment to pause. Place your hand on your heart. Close your eyes. Whisper a quiet thank you to yourself for showing up, for listening, for being willing to grow. That gratitude, even in the smallest moments, shifts everything. It opens doors you can't yet see. It invites in more light, more love, more alignment. Let that be your final takeaway today. Before we close, I want to leave you with a final affirmation, a small but powerful practice you can carry into the next few days. Sometimes words, when spoken out loud, have a way of shifting the atmosphere around us. So here's what I want you to do. Find a quiet place. Stand in front of a mirror or sit somewhere comfortable. Place your hand over your heart and repeat these words slowly, letting them sink in with each breath. I release what no longer belongs to me. I welcome what is meant for me. I am open to receiving. I am aligned with love, peace, and possibility. Say it again, louder if you want, softer if it feels tender. Trust whatever way feels most true for you. Sometimes we need to hear our own voice speak life back into us. Sometimes we need to remind ourselves of who we really are underneath the layers of doubt and worry. You can say this affirmation once, or make it a daily ritual. You might even write it on a sticky note and place it somewhere you'll see each morning. The point isn't perfection. It's presence. It's the intention behind the words. It's creating a moment of alignment between you and Dharma Cosmos. And if you feel moved, close your eyes after speaking the affirmation. Visualize light filling your chest, spreading out from your heart, expanding beyond your body, reaching into every corner of your life. Let that light touch the places that feel dark, uncertain, or heavy. Let it remind you you are not alone. You are not forgotten. You are guided. This practice may seem simple, but small things, repeated with love, create powerful change over time. Let this be one of those small, meaningful things you gift yourself today.